Hey guys, these are the handguards that are confirmed working with the Lima 6 so far. As some of you guys may or may not know, on the Lima 6, the gas tube is at the 9 o'clock position. It's not at the 12 o'clock position like on a normal AR-15, so you can't just use any handguard. You have to look at two things when you're looking at a handguard to see if it'll work. One is, does it have enough clearance for the gas tube and the gas block? And also, does it have a barrel nut that will accept the gas tube at the 9 o'clock position? So right here we have 6 handguards that are confirmed working and compatible handguards with the Lima 6. So I was going to go through them, show them to you close up, and just give you some general information about them. So the first one here is the cheapest one. This is an AIM Sports quad rail. And these are really inexpensive. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's something like 60 bucks or something. It is aluminum Picatinny quad rail handguard, pretty basic, but it works. This is the one I've actually done most of the test firing with. The barrel nut looks like this. It's an aluminum barrel nut. And in general, when you're looking at handguards, if it has a barrel nut that looks like this with all the holes going all the way around, generally speaking, that's going to work with the Lima 6. There might be some exceptions to that, but this is what you want to look for. This one is a Yankee Hill M-LOK rail. It's the Diamond series, and that has pretty much the same looking barrel nut there. And it's got a pretty nice finish. Looks like it's machined pretty well. Next is also a Yankee Hill machine, but this one is your standard quad rail Picatinny rail. And this one takes the same barrel nut as the other one. This one here is the UTG Pro. This is an M-LOK rail. I think they call it like their slim M-LOK rail, which is actually kind of funny because most M-LOK rails are too slim for the Lima 6, but this one actually has enough room for it. If you look at the barrel nut, it is a little bit different looking. This is actually the only one out of this group that has a steel barrel nut, which is kind of cool. The rest of them are aluminum. But you can see that barrel nut has several slots going around it, and you can orient this in the right position so that the gas tube goes at the 9 o'clock. But that's a pretty nice option. Also, now they market this for use with suppressors. And a few of these rails here, that's how they're marketed, as suppressor series rails. They make them a little bit wider on the inside so that you could put a suppressor under there. For us, we don't necessarily care about that, but it's nice that you have that extra room for the gas system. This one is the Midwest Industries suppressor series. This one is also really nice. The barrel nut looks like this. Same kind of concept as the other ones, but a little bit different. It is aluminum. There's a lot of space in there. Now this one, you'll notice, has some anti-rotation tabs on there to keep it from spinning on the receiver. So I'm making sure that the Lima 6 receiver is machined to receive these. And a couple of these rails have that kind of feature on it, and so far all of them fit. The last one here is the Spikes BAR2. This is a quad rail. This one is very, very nice. It's got a cool look to it. The machining is really high quality. Barrel nut looks like this. It's aluminum. Now, one of the cool things about the Spikes quad rail, this is the only rail in this entire lineup that has enough clearance that you can actually run a straight gas tube, which has a lot of benefits in terms of heat mitigation. That straight gas tubes have been used historically on guns that are really high volume of fire. It takes them a little bit longer to fail versus a traditional gas tube. You get a little more heat buildup at the bends. They tend to burst at the bends. So a straight gas tube has a lot of benefit here in a belt fed application. So that's the really nice thing about running this rail is you can run that straight gas tube. And again, this also has the anti-rotation features like I was talking about. If you guys have any other handguards you want me to test, please reach out to me. If you have a handguard you want to send to me, I'd be happy to test it and send it back after I confirm whether or not it works. We're going to start going into production soon, and if I have to make any changes to the receiver so that it's compatible with a certain handguard, that's something that I'd like to know soon, because it's a lot easier to make that change now than after everything is in full production. But anyway, that gives you an idea of where we stand with handguards. There are plenty of options. Whether you like quad rails or M-LOK rails, you got plenty to choose from here.